Hi, boys and girls. It's Laura the Teach. Our letter today is the letter I. Now, I has two sounds because it's a vowel. It has a short sound and a long sound. To make the letter I in sign language, we make our fist. Now, here's your thumb, the big fat finger. You're going to lift your little tiny pinky on the other side. And this is the letter I. Now, the two sounds for I, short says I. I think of scratching my chin by saying I'm itching my in, which has a short I in it as well. So, like in inch, and I, long I, like in ice. Long vowels say their own names. Now, very, very important, boys and girls. You are an important person. You are so important to me. And when you begin writing about yourself in stories, it is so important that you use the uppercase I. Never, never use the lowercase I or the small I to talk about yourself. The reason is because you are so important, and an important person deserves to have an uppercase or big I when they write about themselves. So remember that little clue when you begin writing your stories or writing your poetry or information about yourself. You matter. You are important. You are loved. So always use that uppercase I. Now, the uppercase I can be confusing. This is usually the uppercase I that you're taught to write in school. But looking at these three different examples of fonts that I used, you can see these two bottom fonts have a confusing looking uppercase I. It actually looks like a lowercase L. And I know when I have students that read to me and they come across a word that begins with an uppercase I that looks like that, they get very confused. It's just something that you have to get used to as you start reading more and more books. So remember, again, always use uppercase I when talking about yourself because you mean so much to everybody. Now, short I again, long I. Some animals to help us out. You might not have even heard of a couple of these. This is a type of bird. Short I, ibis. This is a type of lemur, and it's called an indri. Indri. And here is an iguana, a type of reptile. Iguana. Now, to find some animals with long I was a little more difficult. So both of these dogs, the Irish setter and the Irish wolfhound, both start with the same word, Irish. There are many words that start with a long I. I just couldn't find that many animals that did. So to review again, make your fist, put up your pinky finger, and for short I, itch, your chin. And long I says I. It says its own name.